And I'm going to show you how to make your own ceramic tile coasters. The first thing is you need, at least the way I do it is I print out my coasters on photo paper like this. Each picture is 1200 by 1200 pixels, which is 4 by 4 inches. I highly suggest using this paper. It's HP glossy paper. I'll have all the information in the description on exactly the UPC and the model number of this paper. It's the only paper that I use that I feel like it works for this kind of thing. So the first thing I do is once I get this printed out, I take my paper cutter. I could just use scissors, but I like this because it gives it more of a professional cut. And so I just line it up, give it a quick cut that way, and this way, and I gotta do the tops and bottoms. Okay, this one I didn't quite get, was close, so it has a little bit of the white edge left, so I just need to trim a hair off of that. So and I need to do it to this one also. Okay, so now I have those cut out into 4x4 squares. We'll throw this scrap paper to the side for now. So as you can see, these are the two things, and as you can see, they fit right on the tiles with a little bit of border. I personally like the border, the way it gives, when you do the sealing, it's going to actually seal it better than if it was all the way to the edge. So the next thing I do is we can get rid of this paper cutter for now. I am going to get my brush. I prefer a regular like paintbrush. I know a lot of people prefer the little foam brushes, but I actually like the look of the brush marks on my coasters. So I use a brush. So if you want to use the foam one for I guess a cleaner looking gloss, you can do that. I just pour it directly on the coaster here like this. Get a little puddle there, one there. Ooh, got a little carried away on that one. But I basically just brush it on, make sure I get it on all the edges so that the edges don't come up on the coaster. And I just kind of spread it out evenly. It's fine if it drips over a little bit. You can take that off at the end. So I get these all glued up here. And I'm actually, for the glue, I forgot to tell you, is I'm using Mod Podge. I prefer the gloss. A lot of people prefer the matte. I like the shinier look of the gloss. So that's the one I use. You can get this almost at any kind of craft store. Even most big box retailers carry this. Once again, I'll put this information in the description, the UPC and stuff, so you can see if you can look it up or order it online if you prefer to do it that way. So set that aside for now. Then I'm going to take my my photos and I'm going to place them on the tiles. And what I do is line them up. And the thing that's nice about this photo paper is I don't have to worry about bubbles and stuff, because paper for some reason is just perfect. If it goes on there, I lay it down and I'm good. So I do this with the other one. And I get it looking pretty good. Now normally what I do, but I don't want to make you wait, is I let this kind of dry so that these coasters will stay in place. When I put the top coat on, the photo won't be sliding all over the place. But for the video purposes, I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to just put this top coat on. Once again, I just pour a little bit out here and pour some out on this one. And I usually put on a pretty thick coat. I don't know, I guess some people put multiple coats on, but I prefer just to put this one initial coat on. So I spread this all out. And then I do this one. And then what I do is I kind of give it an even stroke all the way across from left to right. Make sure that it kind of has a uniform brush appearance. Like I said earlier, I like them to have the brush look. If you don't buy the foam brushes, the ones that won't leave brush marks. And because I'm doing this without it drying, it slid over a little bit. So I just got to kind of adjust it with my brush here a little bit. Put it back in place. So brush these. And then that's basically it. You're done with that. What I normally do is I let these dry for a few hours. It usually dries pretty quick, but I do it a few hours just to be on the safe side. And just to speed up this process, I have one that's already been drying for a couple days that I've had just sitting around. And you can see has a glossy look, pretty snazzy. So what I do is because what happens is this stuff dries really sticky, and no matter how long I've let it dry, it will stay sticky. But then I found this new cool stuff called Patricia Nemox, I guess it is, or maybe it's Nimrox. My eyes are going bad, but it's a clear acrylic sealer. And what this does is you spray it, and what it does is magically it just takes the stickiness away. I usually put 2 different coats of this on. So I put this coat on, and then literally like 10 minutes you put the second coat on, and then within an hour you'd be able to touch this and it wouldn't be sticky anymore. Be perfect for any coaster. You can put a hot or cold drink on it. It's not going to stick. It's not going to leave ring marks. It's actually pretty awesome. And then usually at the finishing touch, what I do is I use these actually heavy-duty felt bottoms. These are called magic sliders. I think they were intentionally made to put like on the bottom of chairs for on floors. But I use these. They're 1 inch by 25 millimeters, so they're actually pretty thick. So when I put them on, it really makes the coaster really nice. It's definitely not just a cheesy looking felt bottom. So I'll also leave that information for you. But that's basically how you make the coaster. And then I also forgot to mention the tiles. You can get at any like Home Depot or Lowe's or hardware store. I think I pay about 15 cents or so for mine each. Um, if you don't want to go through all the hassle of this and buying everything, because if you're just going to make a few, it's probably not as cost effective. I have a shop on Etsy, and I'll put that address on this video so that you can check out the coasters that I make. Because with all these supplies and stuff and the paper cutter and stuff, it probably costs you 3 times as much as if you just bought the coasters. But I thought I would share with people how I do it, and if you want to make your own, you can. Thank you very much for watching.